Yo, what is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 biggest unsolved mysteries in the Call of Duty Zombie storyline. That's everything from World War to Black Ops 3. And there are a lot of mysteries still in zombies. You might think that there's really not that many because we've basically been given the entire zombie storyline, but there's still a lot. And there's also a lot of inconsistencies in the zombie storyline, and I'm going to save that for its own top 5 or maybe top 10 video, because trust me, there's a lot of things that don't add up. In this video, I picked what I thought to me were the top 5 biggest mysteries that we still just don't have an answer for. There are a lot of theories and possibilities that people think to be true, but we don't have 100% sure proof evidence. We don't have quotes, we don't have ciphers, we don't have anything from Treyarch. There is no 100% proof for anything on this list. We can only really basically speculate and theorize from everything we do have, but we just don't have a 100% answer to any of these mysteries. So let's go ahead and get on to number 5. So taking the number 5 spot is going to be Samantha's rooms in Kino Der Toten. So we kinda have an idea of what these rooms symbolize and what they mean, but we don't have a surefire answer. There's a lot of theories going on out there, but we just don't have any proof to tell us, hey, this is what this is. Even if it's just a quote, we still don't have anything like that. We have really no idea what these rooms mean whatsoever. I tried looking up on YouTube for some videos on some theories on what people think these rooms mean, and I found a bunch of people saying that, oh, they solved it, but nobody really said what the rooms mean. They kind of just talked about the rooms and just threw some weird theory together with barely any proof whatsoever. So we still don't know what these things mean. In my opinion, I definitely do think this represents Samantha's good and evil side. We all know that when Samantha went into the pyramid, she actually got corrupted by the dark ether, so one room could be her sweet, innocent self, and the other room could actually be her dark, corrupted self. There's actually a quote from the zombie storyline about Monty taking Samantha away to get rid of the evil that's inside of her, and then he eventually brings her back to Maxis when she's all innocent now, and she no longer has the dark ether in her. That is what I think these rooms represent, but that could be totally wrong because we don't have any evidence for it. It's all speculation at this point, and we still have no idea what these rooms mean or what they symbolize. We can only basically go off of the little itty-bitty clues that we do have. And before we actually get on to the next one, I just kind of want you guys to listen to both of these rooms, the good room and the bad room, on both Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, because it's kind of creepy when you just sit here and just listen and look at the room. It gets a little creepy and it kind of brings back that World War Vrucht vibe, so here you go. Alright, and taking the number 4 spot is going to be what the hell happened after Moon. And no, I don't mean like transit and everything. I mean, what happened after Samantha and Richtofen switched bodies? We have no idea what happened to the original crew after the events of Moon. We kind of have an idea of what happened, but we're not 100% certain. So let me read you this quote of what the official zombie storyline says happened on October 13th, 2025, the day we were playing on Moon. Towards the end of the quote, it says, "They launched missiles at Earth, leaving it fractured and broken. They sever Richtofen's connection with the ether, but he maintains control over the zombies. Once Maxis controls the ether in 2035, he returns to the Moon and plucks Samantha from Richtofen's body to join him in Argartha." So basically, we have a 10-year gap that we just don't know what happened. In theory, I bet Treyarch is kind of going to explain it like this, that there really is no 10-year gap because Maxis just went back in time and got Samantha. But at one point, during the events of Buried, during the events of Die Rise, what happened to the original group? Were they dead? Were they still on Moon fighting zombies? Were they going somewhere else? What was going on in that 10-year gap? Something had to have happened, and we just don't know. We don't have an answer yet. And this has been one of the things that's been driving me crazy ever since Black Ops 2 started. I wanted to know what happened after Moon with the original crew. I mean, we just ended off on Moon on such a high note with all the quotes, with Samantha saying that she's going to destroy Richtofen for taking her daddy away, and that she wants her body back, with Dempsey's famous quote, "All that work and all we did was blow up the Earth? What the fuck?" And then we have Takio saying he's going to destroy Group 935. And then we have Nikolai just being fucking Nikolai, man. But again, between those 10 years from 2025 to 2035, what the hell was the original group doing? Did they die? Were they somewhere else? We just will never probably get an answer because I feel like Treyarch is just going to say, yeah, they didn't really do anything because Maxis came and got them because, you know, fucking time travel. But at least during one point, when we were playing Transit, the original crew has to be doing something, and I want to know what the fuck they were doing. But sadly, I don't think we will ever know. Alright, and taking number 3 spot, I feel like should be a lot higher, but to me it's really not that important because I kind of stopped caring really about the storyline. Once we started getting into multiple universes and hentai tentacle monsters, I kind of don't care as much as I used to back in the day, but I still do care about it. Taking number 3 spot is going to be the end. What the fuck happens at the end? What happened after Revelations? Is it really just a cycle that's going to keep going on and on and on forever? Is there a super secret Easter egg out there that brings us to a new ending? Are we going to see the new ending in the next Treyarch game? The ending of Revelations really left the zombie community on a sour note. A lot of people did not like how it ended. A lot of people sort of understand the ending and understand that it's a cycle and it's always going to continue, but it's really not a good answer to what the fuck happens. So there has to be something else out there, right? And that's the mystery. We just simply don't know at this time. It's exactly how we ended off on Black Ops 2 with Origins. We just didn't know what the fuck was happening. We just couldn't tell how Origins fit into all this and what exactly was going on, and I feel like we kind of have the same thing with Revelations. I feel like we're just missing one big key chunk of storyline. We're just missing one little thing to tell us that, oh, this is what's really happening. This is really how the zombie storyline ended. Because as of now, it's just one big cycle that's always going to constantly repeat itself. And I guess that is kind of fitting for zombies because you're always going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. You go to around 50, 100, 2,000, you die, you start it back up, and you do it all over again. The cycle will always continue. Alright, and taking number 2 spot is probably going to be a mystery that's either never going to be solved or has just such a simple explanation that we are all just really overlooking it, and that's going to be the Der Riese clock. Now, back in World War, there were so many crazy theories out there, and the most popular one was that the gang was stuck in a couple seconds loop and would always revert back in time, and that's why there was an endless amount of zombies coming in. Back in World War, we didn't know about Samantha. Well, we kind of did, but we didn't know that she was really the one in charge of all the zombies. We didn't know that she was on the moon. We really had no idea what exactly was going on and why there were so many zombies coming after us. And the popular theory back in the day was we were stuck in a loop, and the proof was the Der Riese clock. It would go a couple seconds, revert back to its original time, go a couple seconds, and then keep doing that over and over and over again. So the popular explanation that everyone came up with was that the gang was stuck in a 5-second loop, and it's always going to be going through that same 5 seconds, and that's why the zombies just keep coming and coming and coming. By now, that theory has definitely been debunked and was probably debunked like as soon as Black Ops 1 came around, but back in the day, that was the most popular theory for it. And today, the Der Riese clock is still kind of a mystery. We really don't know what exactly it represents. Is it really just to signify 935 and 115 on the clock, or is there a much bigger, deeper meaning behind it? We will probably never know, but man, I really did like that theory that the gang is just stuck in the same 5-second loop, and I really wish Treyarch would have maybe played with that theory or experimented around with it and implemented that into zombies, because I think that's a pretty solid explanation for a lot of the stuff that happens. Alright, and taking the number 1 spot is going to be the Kino Der Toten fucking blank picture. How many years has it been since Black Ops 1? A lot. I don't know how to do math. But god damn it, we still don't have a motherfucking explanation for this goddamn blank portrait. This has been driving me insane ever since Kino Der Toten. I already know a lot of people in the chat are gonna be like, oh, it's the Shadow Man, oh, it's Pablo, oh, it's Maxis. We don't know. We don't have any evidence to really prove who the fuck this is. A lot of people are going to say it's the Shadow Man just because it's a blacked out picture, but that doesn't really prove anything. We have no idea who this blanked out portrait is. More than likely, it's probably Pablo, but again, there's no evidence to support any of that. We will probably never know who the fuck this blank portrait is, or why he's there, or what's the significance of it, or why Pablo was the Shadow Man in disguise on Maxis' birthday or something. There's just so many goddamn mysteries and inconsistencies in zombies that it really does trigger me. Like, I'm gonna start a petition, we're gonna start like a march or a protest or something, and we're gonna have to protest against Treyarch because I'm just really getting triggered here. But definitely, in my opinion, the blank Kino Der Toten portrait is the biggest unsolved mystery in Call of Duty Zombies history. We may never know the real meaning behind this blank portrait, and I feel like at this point, Treyarch should honestly just keep it a mystery and never tell us and just keep giving us little itty bitty hints on who exactly it is, and just keep the mystery going all throughout Zombies, and maybe like the final map when Treyarch finally said, fuck it, we're done, and then maybe reveal that it's the random guy that no one knows from 5. So that has been this top 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And real quick, I want to say shout out to my Patreons. You guys are sexy and I love you so much. You guys are the reasons that I can continue to make these videos. If you guys would like to be a Patreon reward member, go check it out. Link is going to be in the description. You get a bunch of cool rewards. You get videos early, you get extra content, you get your name at the end of my video. What more could you possibly want? And you will also get my undying love, only to a limited extent. And also, the World War II beta is getting ready to pop out, and I also will be doing live streams of that. And I also want to compare the World War II weapons to the original World at War weapons. So if that sounds like something you guys would enjoy, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell notification so you guys get alerted when I upload. And that's basically going to be everything. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.